Monica Seles, a legend of the tennis world. She's an idol to most of today's aspiring and established tennis players.
And I always really loved Monica. I always wanted to just play like Monica. She was my favorite player. And growing up, I wanted to be just like her. I wanted to hit like her. I wanted to play like her.
It's unbelievable. I won my first round and I played Monica Seles, and that's the most unbelievable feeling you can get because it's Monica Seles on the other side of the net. So.
Born in then Yugoslavia, Seles started playing tennis at 5 years old, coached by her father and then by Jelena Jencic. At just 11 years old, Seles won the Junior Orange Bowl title in Miami, Florida. It was there when she caught the eye of legendary American tennis coach Nick Bollettieri. Bollettieri suggested that Seles and her brother move to the United States and train at his academy. She then bursted onto the professional tennis circuit, still playing for Yugoslavia at just the tender age of 14, stunning everyone with her fearless ground strokes and her aggressive approach to tennis. With her unorthodox two-handed forehand and backhand, she was able to conjure countless powerful winners, leaving her opponents in awe. Seles' double-handed forehand would influence current generation tennis players with the likes of Marion Bartoli, Peng Shuai, and Hsieh Su-wei. The gutsy teenager won her first ever professional title in 1989, defeating the 18-time Grand Slam winner, legendary Chris Evert. Seles ended Steffi Graf's 66 winning match streak by defeating her in the final of the 1990 German Open. She also went on to defeat Steffi Graf again, this time in straight sets 7-6, 6-4 to clinch her first ever maiden Grand Slam title at the 1990 French Open. Soon after this, at just 17 years old, she became the youngest #1 WTA player ever in history at that time. This record was later surpassed by Martina Hingis. Losing to Seles twice in a row, Graf knew she had competition. While her career was in full bloom, Seles went on to win 5 consecutive major finals until Wimbledon 1992. Along with her aggressive fearless style and powerful double-handed forehand, she was also known for her signature grunt, which was hard not to notice. It would often reach up to 90 decibels, equivalent to a power motor or a motorcycle. During her 1992 Wimbledon campaign, fellow tennis players started complaining about her grunt, claiming it as a distraction and hindrance during gameplay. When Seles defeated Martina Navratilova during the Wimbledon 1992 semi-final, the Czech player complained to tennis officials about the grunting. Clearly affected by Navratilova's comments, Seles decided to stay quiet during the final against Steffi Graf.
She knows it's bothersome to some.
No, she is noticeably quiet.
15-30.
It appeared to raise some.
However, her plan backfired as she lost to Graf with a lopsided result of 2-6, 1-6. Up until now, Wimbledon remains as the only major that Seles was not able to win, thus not being able to achieve a career Grand Slam. Since that loss, she decided to ignore the press and soon started grunting again, and her winning streak was back on track. She says, "It was on my mind a little in the final and I lost to Graf. I grew up a lot that day and I decided never again would I listen to what people say. If they made grunting against the rules, then I would have to think about it, but otherwise I will do whatever helped me to play my best." Seles went on to win a further 2 majors at the US and Australian Opens respectively. It wasn't until April 30th, 1993 when tragedy struck. During her quarterfinal match against Magdalena Malieva at the Citizens Cup in Hamburg, Germany, a deranged Steffi Graf fan by the name of Gunter Parch ran to the edge of the court during a break between games and stabbed Seles with a 9-inch kitchen knife between her shoulder blades. Despite the severity of Pache's actions, he was not sent to prison. Instead, the German court declared that Pache was not psychologically stable and was sentenced a mere 2 years probation and, in addition, received psychological treatment. Seles received support from around the world during her recovery from the incident. An Australian band named Young Elders made a song called Fly Monica Fly to help her during her recuperation period. Her recovery would only take 2 weeks, however, Seles was still mentally scarred from the stabbing incident. She lost her millions of dollars of endorsements and her father to cancer. She spiraled into depression. She had lost her motivation to play tennis again and turned to food for comfort, gaining over 35 pounds. However, Seles soon gained her momentum back and made her comeback to tennis in 1995, this time playing for USA. Her comeback campaign went off to a great start, where she took out South African Amanda Coetzee to seal the Canadian Open title. She went then on to defeat Anke Huber, Jana Novotná, and Conchita Martinez en route to the 1995 US Open final. However, she lost to Steffi Graf in the final. All hope was not lost as she defeated Anke Huber in the 1996 Australian Open final to clinch her 4th title there. This would be her last major title. She made the 1996 US Open final and the 1998 French Open final, but ultimately losing to Steffi Graf and Arantxa Sanchez Vicario respectively. Monica Seles still played well during her comeback, making it through to the quarterfinals at most of her Grand Slam appearances, but never made a Grand Slam final appearance. Despite her setbacks, one can't deny her legacy. With a record 53 titles, including 9 Grand Slams, one still can't deny the imprint that she has left on the tennis world up until today, because many of today's current and aspiring tennis players idolized Seles when they were younger and helped shape their tennis. She currently takes part in various charities and is an advocate for mental health in young women.